We know about the stars. We see them in the sky. They're twinkling. But can we describe them? What are some examples? What are they made of? There's a couple big questions about the stars. So let's talk about the stars and learn a little bit, learn some vocabulary, practice some pronunciation, be able to talk about the stars in English with confidence. Let's try studying the stars.
Stars are hot balls of gases. Stars make their own light and heat. They are so far away that they look tiny. They cannot be seen without a telescope. The closest star to Earth is the sun.
So, the stars. Let's see. What are stars? Oh, another dancing star. It's funny, right? What are they? Well, Jerome is telling you stars are hot balls of gas, and Raptong is telling you they make their own light and heat, similar to the sun. They are so far away that they look tiny, even though they are huge, huge stars, but they look really tiny. They cannot be seen without a telescope. Oh, so they're far away. You need a tool called a telescope. The closest star to Earth is the sun. Wow, that's a huge star. Okay, so can you see the stars? We can just see little stars. If you want to see them close up, you need a tool. What's that tool called? It's called a telescope. A telescope helps you see the stars. Let's practice pronunciation for that tool, telescope. Practice after me. Are you ready? Okay. Telescope. Telescope. Exactly, good work. That's telescope. So the telescope is the tool that we use to see the stars.
Stars consist of a gas called hydrogen. A star's core is very hot. Stars give off energy and light. Stars are different in size, brightness, temperature, and color. The hottest stars are blue. The coolest stars are red. The sun is somewhere in between. It gives off yellow light.
So what are stars like? That's another question for us to think about. Irene is telling you that stars consist of hydrogen. Hydrogen. In a star's core, the inside is very hot. Stars give off energy and light all around us. And stars are different in size. So big ones, small ones, also different in brightness and temperature. Oh, I see. Also in color too. Size, brightness, temperature, and color, they're different. The hottest stars are blue and the coolest stars are red. The sun is somewhere in between hot blue and a little bit cooler red, so it gives off a yellow light. Okay, so what are some ways that stars differ from one another? They differ in size, brightness, and color for sure. Is the hot stars blue or red? Hottest stars are blue, and cooler stars are red. Our star is what color? The sun, which is our star. What color is it? It's yellow, exactly. It's not blue, it's not red, it's yellow because it's in between really hot and really cold. In between, that is our sun, and that is our closest star.
Constellation is a group of stars. It is a star pattern that makes a picture. Constellations have names. They are named after animals, objects, and people from old stories. From the same point every night, we can see different constellations at different times of year. This happens when Earth moves around the sun. The stars do not move.
So what are constellations? That's a good question. A constellation is a group of stars. Okay, many stars together makes a constellation. It's a star pattern that makes a kind of a picture. Constellations also have names. They're named after animals, for example, objects as well, and people from old stories. That's what they're named after. From the same point every night, that's what they have. We can see different constellations at different times. So depending on what time you go outside or different times of year, you will see different constellations because the sun is rotating around the Earth. The stars don't move, it's us who are moving around them. Okay, so what is a group of stars called? A constellation. Let's practice that one. A group of stars is called a constellation. Say it after me. Constellation. Constellation. Excellent. And what are some of the constellations named after? Well, maybe animals or objects or people from old stories. Whatever it is, they're groups of stars. One more question. Do the constellations move, or do we move around the constellations? Exactly! We are the ones on Earth who are moving around the constellations. Wow, we've learned so much about stars. We know them as just the small little twinkly things in the sky. But now we know that with a telescope, we can see them from far away. We learned about how they are different from each other in the brightness, in the heat, and in the color. Do you remember what color our star is, the sun? It's yellow, exactly. Why is it yellow? Because it's not super hot, so it's not blue, and it's not super cold, so it's not red. It's in between. And we learned about constellations. Constellations are groups of stars. Maybe you can look up some famous constellations, and then you'll know to look for them in the sky. There's a famous constellation that looks like a spoon, and it's called the Big Dipper, and the Little Dipper, which looks like a smaller spoon. Maybe you can see them tonight. Wherever you are in the world, you can learn some names of some constellations, and you can see them when you leave your house at night. So I encourage you, next time it's dark, to look up into the sky and see some stars. You will be able to describe them and to see their groups of constellations. Wow, we have learned about stars, and now you can describe them.